Alright guys, welcome back for another video from TDL DIY. So today we got ourselves a Princess Auto 12-ton shop press. So I'm going to build it, then after a little bit of time I'll probably hit it up with another review and just see what my thoughts are. I know it's probably just like the Harbor Freight 12-ton shop presses where it's got a little bit of slop and you got to do a little bit of modifications, but we're going to go ahead and build it and see how it is. So there's been lots of reviews about Harbor Freight stuff. This is very similar, I'm going to assume, and so I'm just going to do it for a Canada version of Harbor Freight, which is Princess Auto. So if you're thinking you're in the market and you live in Canada and you might want to pick up a shop press 12-ton, it's just a hydraulic hand pump one, then this might be the video you want to watch before you purchase it. Anyways, we're going to get to building it. We're going to do unbox it here, and yeah, let's build it. I'm guessing it's going to take approximately a half hour or so to build, maybe 1 hour at most. It looks very simple, a couple bolts, screw it in, and whatnot. So a couple things that you're going to have to keep in mind is you want to square it up in the corners here, make sure everything's good to go. But yeah, we're going to build it. We might not square it up right away in this video, but we'll definitely do some other videos where we talk about maybe some improvements that need to be done, or some other people that have bought this 12-ton press maybe in the US at Harbor Freight and some of the improvements they've done. So we'll talk about that stuff and see where it needs to go to be a very functional and working unit. Let's get to building the shop press. And I forgot to mention, guys, I bought this press on sale, or I got the sale price for 150 bucks, 149.99 Canadian. It retails normally for $219, I believe, 99. So one thing I didn't know, and I'll pass on to you guys, that Princess Auto will honor a sale price up to 30 days past the sale. So if you happen to see a big ticket item or something that you might want or improve your shop, you can talk to a sales associate. They'll look up the last sale price and they'll write it down and give you that last sale price, as long as it's within 30 days. So that's a nice little tip. That's a great thing they do. Not a lot of places do that, so hey, Princess Auto gets my support. I go to them for quite a bit of things. Not everything, but I do get quite a bit of things there, and so far I've been pleased. Alright, so let's talk about packaging real quick, because that's the whole part of this, doing all this. So, so far, packaging seems very well. And I got no complaints there. And I'm just putting it down for now. Get some of the stuff out of here. Sorry for the shaky camera there, guys. Girls. So far the paint looks pretty good. The welds don't look half bad. You got some pretty hefty bolts. Like it. Packaging again, very well. You know, it's Princess Auto. I don't, I should expect more because you're selling me something. But sometimes it's just the way it is, right? It's Princess Auto. You kind of get what you pay for. This is the cheapest lift I can find on the market, so I'm not going to complain too much. The bolts look very good in the sense that you know, they didn't really leave you any guessing work. It's all laid out very nicely. They got everything that needs to be. So I do like that. Yeah, so in my opinion, it's laid out. It's done very well. And instead of all loose and you're trying to guess which goes on which and whatnot. So we got two bigger bolts. We got 4 of the other size and 4 of these ones here, which I'm going to assume those are going to be for the legs at the bottom. So let's carry on. Alright guys, so I'll have a square to see if it's all squared up, a speed square, but I'm going to be using also these lovely Power Fist brand by Princess Auto welding magnets to put in the corners to make sure it's all squared up. Okay, I automatically see another thing I don't really like, guys. I'll bring you guys in a little closer. Alright. So one other thing I don't like is that this will just be pressure in here, but there's nothing to secure this from going around. So what you could do is drill a couple holes. You could weld a couple more plates on to have it so it's going to be proper, but just right now how they gave it to us, I don't like it, so that's probably something we're going to see in the future getting changed. Gonna get it up in there. As you can see right now, that jack is not very secure, and I do not like that one bit. So from this point on, we're going to just adjust those screws. Go a little bit more. So yeah, something like that. So one thing I forgot to do, guys, forgot to add this piece. It's supposed to go down at the feet to help it be a little more stable. So I'm gonna go throw that in there now. Let's see if she cranks. Might have to do some minor adjustments, but that's basically how she's built, guys. Alright guys, so let's take a look at it. Right here. Doesn't look too bad. So we're going to bring you in close and we're going to show you some of the things I don't like about it right away, and things that will probably need to be fixed. Alright, so obviously I said the bottle jack needs to be fixed because it turns. We need to lock that in somehow. Also, right here, the amount of slop and side-to-side play, it's not too bad, but that slop right there needs to be balanced a little bit, so we might have to put some shims or something in there, because if I pull it a little bit more this way, then it becomes where it needs to actually be, because like right now it's kind of like on an angle. Even if we try to like fix that, it needs to be like right there, and that would be centered, everything going down. So that needs to be fixed. So there's two things for sure. So this is a little bit of, it could be welded instead of these bolts. Maybe just put some iron, some pieces in there and weld it. That might be an option. What else? So everybody wants to know about welds and how it's constructed. Honestly, I think these welds are okay for what it is. I think they're actually not too bad. Then again, I'm not a welder and I'm not a professional, so I couldn't tell you 100%, but from my opinion, I think they look not too bad, and I think they're good on this particular one. Same here. Obviously there was a little bit of drag, but do I think these welds are going to hold and serve its purpose? 100%. Over here, not bad, and it got a little bit of splatter, but yeah, overall I guess I'm pretty happy. I mean, for $150 I can't really beat that. Do some slight modifications and I think this would be an okay press. Like I said, the other thing that needs, it's not a very good working height. So either we're going to put on some casters, or we're going to get the base lifted up with some type of frame with some casters so we can move it around and move it out of the way and move it to where we need to be. So I think we need to adjust that bar there. We need to prevent the bottle jack from twisting and sliding around, get it more secure, and we definitely have to raise it up. So those are my main concerns right now. Do I think it's a little bit narrow? Yeah, I think it is, but it might serve, again, this is not a big, huge shop press, people, so you can't really compare it to a 30 or 50 ton press. It's a 12-ton press. Would I have liked a 20-ton press? Yes, but Princess Auto stopped selling them, I think, a little while back, and I think they were a little bit higher. I think they came up to here, which would have been a very good working height. I think it would have been a little bit wider here to give you a little bit more, you know, it's not as narrow in here to get some bigger pieces in. I think that would have been a better fit. I don't know why they got rid of the 20-ton for the bottle jack version. I know they got the pneumatic ones, and they were $500, and honestly I don't want to pay $500 I paid $150 for this. So you get what you pay for, but if you do it with a little bit of modifications, I think this will be perfect for what it is. Now you can get a lot of those benchtop presses, and those are like $300, $350. So I got an actual floor press, and it was 150 bucks. So I think for what I got, I think it's a okay price. Oh, the other thing, which is so I need some place to store this. I just stored it in here for now. The other big thing that I know a lot of people complain about is this bar here, how it can, you know, if you bump it, it might slide out. I think actually there's quite a bit of weight on it right now, so it's not too bad, and I don't think that's going to be a problem. But again, you could weld something on the end of it so you can only pull it out one way, and I think that would alleviate a lot of problems maybe in the future. So I can't really say much. I would like to crush something for you guys. I'm going to probably do that when I find something. We'll crush it. So one other thing I forgot to mention.